with respect to the fact that I get to present the Legislator of the Year Award to a House member, in that being Ted Celeste, who I'm going to call up here in a minute. I want to recognize his aide, Jeff.
Who's taking your picture?
Who's taking my picture right now. Jeff is extraordinary and is extremely, extremely happy. And also his wife, Bobby Celeste. Bobby, stand up. Bobby, in her own right, is a psychologist and works with us on all kinds of health and human services issues as the government relations person for the Ohio Psychological Association. So it's good to have both of them here. At this time, I'd like to call Representative Ted Celeste to the stage, please. When it came time to choose our PCSAO House of Representatives 2009 Legislator of the Year this spring, there simply was no choice or discussion. It had to be Representative Ted Celeste from the 22nd District here in Columbus, Ohio. And I think we each had our individual reasons that added up to his selection. For some, it was his continued commitment to fairness and equity in the treatment of mental illness in our state. From introducing bills for the coverage of autism that a number of children and their families in our system live and struggle with each and every day, to mental health parity, to introducing legislation to cover post-traumatic stress disorder. How important we all know that coverage is for the thousands of children we serve who suffer from this illness as a result of the abuse they have experienced or witnessed. For some, it was his willingness to work as the chair of the subcommittee on higher education of the House Finance Committee, so youth transitioning from foster care would have housing during holiday breaks or other times at university. For some, it was his willingness to stand up during the 2010-2011 biennial budget discussions and negotiations and say we needed to raise additional revenues and we could not get ourselves out of a $3 billion budget deficit by continuing to cut vital health and human services. For others, it was the way he conducted his campaigns, always being positive, even in the face of some very negative attacks, working at every level to bring civility back to the political process. And as an elected official, he continues to do that. During these past House Finance budget hearings, a mother with a son with serious disabilities was invited to testify at a finance hearing. She was addressed in a very rude manner by another legislator. So rude, in fact, that the mother began to cry. Representative Celeste walked out of the hearing in protest with other legislators following him of both parties, waited for the mother to come out in the hall and comfort her, and then went and visited her and her son at their home. Always civil, always caring. You know, I love that we have our conference in the fall because it's such a beautiful season in Ohio, and it always is a good time to take stock. We've come through a tough summer, getting used to some very hot weather, some sad and very troubling budget cuts that all of our agencies are struggling with as we continue to try to serve our children and families. But the first thing Ted said to me when I came home from vacation this year was, "So what are we going to do to move ahead?" Representative Celeste recognizes autumn as the time of year when we enjoy the richness of family, particularly as a new grandfather of Milo, the glory of the leaves around us, even a holiday of Thanksgiving. But he also knows that it is time that we take up the old tasks we need to do as people of service. He recognizes that among the golden blessings that this season brings, that a hand needs to be reached out to the weary travelers along the way. And this man always reaches out that hand. For his many years of service to others and his rich accomplishments in his 3 years as a state representative, on this beautiful autumn day, I am pleased to present him with this, Ted Celeste, with this 2009 PCSAO Legislator of the Year Award.